All right, I'm going to run through the questions on this review. So we're asked to solve for x. What I'm going to do is distribute, multiply out the left side and the right side. So I get 8x squared, 8x times x. 8x times the negative 9 will be negative 72. And then a plus 3x. And then 3 times negative 9 will be negative 27. All right, that's the left-hand side. Right-hand side is going to be 8x squared. And then 4 times negative 6 will be negative 24. 1 times 2x will be 2x. All right, and then 1 times negative 6. All right, so the thing to notice is your 8x squareds cancel. And you can combine like terms right here on the left-hand side, and you can combine these terms on the right-hand side. So I get negative 69x minus 27. And I get negative 22x minus 6. And then this is where you just gather all your variables over to one side and your regular numbers over to the other. So I'm going to add 22x to both sides. And I'm going to move this 27 to the right-hand side. So add 27. Okay, negative 69x plus 22x is negative 47, I believe. 47x. Sounds about right. Yeah, we'll go with it. And then over here, negative 6 plus 27 is 21. All right, last thing you do is divide by the negative 47 here. So x is going to equal negative 21 over 47, or negative 21 over 47 as a decimal would be negative 0.45. Okay. Got that one. That was a long one. All right. Number 2, just factoring here, the a term is a 1. So I know it's got to be x times x in order to give me x squared. These two numbers here and here, they have to multiply to 66 and subtract to give me 5. So it's 6 and 11. And then they're going to be different signs because it's a negative 66. And the bigger number is going to be negative. There we go. Different signs, and the 11 is negative, so the bigger number is negative. All right, number 3. Again, it's got to be x times x in order to get x squared. See here. They need to multiply to 24 and add up to 14, so that's 2 and 12. It's a plus sign here, so they're going to be the same signs, and this tells me they are both both positive. Cool. Number 4, so there's nothing in common. All right, there's no GCF here. So I should have mentioned that. Always check for the greatest common factor first. There's no greatest common factor for 36 and 25. So this one's got to be difference of squares if it is factorable at all. And it is difference of squares because 36 and 25 are both perfect squares. So I take the square root of 36 to get 6. And then I'll take the square root of 25 to get 5. All right, and then one of these will be plus, the other minus. So the 6x and 6x gives you 36x squared. The 5 and negative 5 will give you negative 25. And then here's how you get nothing in the middle. You get negative 30 and you get positive 30, which gives you the middle terms canceling out. Okay. Number 5, this one is only a GCF. Okay. So these have a 5 and an x in common. So I'm going to factor out a 5x. And then this 10x squared is going to become a 2x. 5x times 2x is 10x squared. And then minus 5. 5x times 5 is 25x. And that's it. All right, we started with something to the second power, and we broke it down into two linear factors. All right, x to the first power, x to the first power. All right, number 6. The leading coefficient is negative, so I gotta factor out a negative 1. There's nothing else they have in common, so negative 1. And then I'm just going to change the signs. Plus 3x and a minus 40. Negative 1. And then this part is going to break down into two other factors. It's a quadratic, and I'm breaking it down into two linear factors. I need something that multiplies to 40 and subtracts to 3. Multiplies to 40 and subtracts to 3. It's going to be 5 and 8. They're different signs because this is negative and the bigger number is positive. Bam. Plus 8 and a minus 5. All right, number 7. These will all divide by 2, so I got to factor out a 2 first. X squared. The 36 becomes an 18. The 162 becomes an 81. And then bring down my 2. I'm going to factorize this thing right here. It'll be x minus 9 and x minus 9. Okay, 9 times 9 gives you 81. I needed something that multiplied to 81 and added up to 18. And they're the same signs, and they're both going to be negative. So number 8 is pretty straightforward. It's just the problem is that your C term is big. Okay, I need two numbers that multiply to 180 and add up to 36. Like there's a lot of factors for 180. So I'm going to list them out real quick. All right, 180, 1 and 180, 2 and 90, 3 and 60, 4 and 45, 5 and something, 180 divided by 5. 180 divided by 5 is 36. 6 and 30, that's the one right there. All right, this adds up to 36. Okay, same signs, and they are both negative. Awesome. All right, I think that's good for now. Yep, that's good for this video.